Okay, that kicked me off there. I don't know what happened. That sucks. Okay, let me try to see if I can share this out a little bit so we can try to get our people back in here. Craziness. Oh, it's always something, right? Shoot. Okay. Let me put this in. Oh boy. Hopefully you guys will find your way back. So nuts. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when they come for you? Okay. There we go with that. Now, the only other thing I have to do is just share it right here. And then we should hopefully, people will find us again.
You ain't trying to freeze your hands off this winter, these gloves might be for you. Not only are they waterproof, they're thermal heated with polyester fiber, which contains...
Be quiet. Share it. Be quiet. Right here. And then we should hopefully... And I know that I'm double checking us again. I'm gonna just... There we go. I got it all shared out.
You ain't trying to freeze your hands off this winter, these gloves...
Be quiet. Okay. Hi, Bucky. You found it back. You found your way back. Okay, I don't know where were we? We were talking about Rob Reiner, the son. He had addiction problems, but it more than that. A lot of people are saying it's just more than that. There was a big fight. I don't know what the fight was about. I'm sure stuff will come out as the time goes on. Hi, Linda Uribe. Thank you guys for finding your way back. Finding your way back. And oh, did you love watching me do donuts? Yep, that's me. Hi, Chrissy. You found me. I know it went out. Yep. Yeah. I tried to put a message in, oh, MSL is back. MSL is back. You're back. There you are. Okay, so let me see. We're waiting. when you get a channel membership here, you are entitled to come to all kinds of member things, especially member lives. I'm going to be finishing that Murdaugh book, and we're going to be doing another members live about that. And memberships are a great way to support the channel, and memberships are as low as $1.99 a month. So way cheaper than a cup of coffee, right? Anywhere, even at Dunkin' Donuts, you can't get a cup of coffee for $1.99. Anyway, that's my little plug on that. So we've got Brian Walshe. It was very quick today. They said the jury was back. Somebody said his mother was going crazy, crying like crazy, but I didn't see her, so I don't know whether somebody saw her and she had to be escorted out of there. But when they were taking him out, I did not see the mother. So, hi Jen Grill. So I've driven with you doing donuts. Yeah. I don't know if she got really upset and they had to take her out or what the deal was. Do you know if Cranky here? Sometimes Cranky. I don't know why Cranky was there. Now, what's that about? Rob and wife a few months ago told their friends that they were at the end of their rope with their son. Yeah. I imagine, that's very possible if he's been going through addiction issues since he was 15 and he was 32. It's a long time, right? It's a long time. Okay. So what the heck were we doing about? So Walshe was found guilty of first-degree murder. Sentencing is going to be Wednesday. The judge was very concerned about the victim's impact statements and wanted to make sure the stuff was ready for that. So that's going to be interesting. So that'll be Wednesday, the 17th. And but no, I don't think there was any surprises. Maybe some of you thought that they didn't have enough to prove first-degree murder, but I mean, I did. I didn't think there was any way he was not going to get first-degree murder. And so then they did a press conference after that. Not really much to do about anything. And so Wednesday we'll see what that's like. And that's what's going on with those three stories. Walshe was found guilty. Was anybody shocked that he was found guilty? Is anybody here shocked that he was found guilty? Anyone? He really didn't have much of a reaction, did he? He didn't have too much of a reaction. He didn't put on one of those, oh my gosh, how could you do this? No. Seemed kind of resigned to the fact that that's what it is, right? That's what it is. That's what it is. Anybody shocked about Brian Walshe being found guilty of first-degree murder? No, not shocked at all, says Chrissy. Okay. So let's see what else is happening, if there's anything else. The way things are going. Oh, we were going to talk about that terror plot, right? That was thwarted. Right? That's what I told you we were going to talk about. Because we've got things we've got to talk about. What is this about? What is this? Hold on a minute. A doctor mysteriously found naked, possibly naked, and dead inside a freezer at a Dollar Tree store in Miami, Florida on Sunday. Has anybody heard this story? Anyone? What? I guess this is the doctor here. All right, let's see. That is Helen Maziel Garay Sanchez, originally from Nicaragua. She's an anesthesiologist specializing in congenital heart disease. Okay. She was found mysteriously dead and possibly naked inside a freezer at a Dollar Tree store in Miami, Florida on Sunday. An employee at the store in the Little Havana location reported discovering the deceased woman inside the business during opening hours at 8 a.m. The woman was identified as 32-year-old Helen Sanchez. Female was located inside a walk-in freezer cooler located in the store's stockroom, said Officer Michael Vega. Sanchez was also naked when she was discovered. Wow. There was over the scanners, there was a complainant found a naked female in the cooler of the store. Dispatchers were heard saying over the police scanners. Authorities added that the surveillance footage indicated no foul play was involved. The investigation remains ongoing. It also remains unclear why Sanchez entered the restricted stockroom area. According to a GoFundMe page, Sanchez was an anesthesiologist specializing in congenital heart disease, was originally from Nicaragua. Her family and friends are now working to have her body returned to her home country where her 2 children live. Wow. It says Dr. Helen Garay passed away following a tragic accident while abroad. According to the GoFundMe, her family's greatest wish is to bring her back to Nicaragua for a proper funeral and final resting place, surrounded by her loved ones. The family is currently raising funds to cover the costs of transportation and funeral services in Nicaragua. Roughly $9,200 has been raised as of Monday evening. The Dollar Tree store will remain closed during the investigation, but it reopened later Sunday. What? Oh my goodness. Oh, and did you guys hear Anthony Geary died from General Hospital? Forgot to tell you guys that one. He was 78, which I don't understand, because how old was Laura? He was like, 13 years older than her when they were playing Luke and Laura? And I don't know, maybe I heard before and I've forgotten that he was gay, because it said his husband is the one. I don't remember that, but either did Jimmy, but it's very possible I heard that and forgot that, because it does ring a little bit true to me. So what's up with this? Why is this so large? Okay, hold on a minute. Come on, why is it not going back to the page? Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, let's make this smaller, please. Okay, this is great. Let's try this again. I'm going to try to make this smaller over here. There we go. Okay, so Anthony Geary, beloved by generations of television viewers for his iconic portrayal of General Hospital's Luke, wasn't it Lucas Lorenzo Spencer? I believe that was his name. Luke Spencer passed away on December 14th at the age of 78. Can't believe he was 78. It's so crazy. His death was the result of complications from a scheduled operation 3 days earlier. Weeks before his death, Geary was seen watching former co-star Jeannie Francis' appearance on Maurice Bernard's State of the Mind podcast. Geary's husband, Claudio Gama, posted the video. It really made Tony very happy. He told me, "Those are two lovely and talented people, great friends, and I miss them." He was born May 29, 1947 in Colville, Utah. He was raised in a Mormon. Wow, I didn't know he was a Mormon either. Did you guys know he was a Mormon? He was raised in a Mormon household by his father, who ran a construction company, and his mother a homemaker. He grew up alongside three sisters, Dana, Deanne, and Jana. Though his mother hoped he might pursue a career in teaching, Geary felt an early and undeniable pull towards acting, a passion that would define his life and career. While studying at the University of Utah, Geary's talent caught the attention of Jack Albertson of Chico and the Man, who attended a performance by the promising sophomore. Albertson cast him in the touring stage production of The Subject Was Roses, a pivotal moment that launched his professional career, and over the years, Geary would go on to appear in more than 50 stage productions, maintaining a devotion to theater alongside his screen work. In the late 1960s, he relocated to Los Angeles, where he began to build a steady resume in television, appearing in shows like The Partridge Family, The Mod Squad, All in the Family. There's an All in the Family, right? 6 Degrees of Separation. He soon found a home on soap operas, first as David Lockhart on Bright Promise from 71 to 72, followed by the controversial role of George Curtis, a Aris, during the inaugural year of The Young and the Restless. His work ultimately caught the attention of legendary producer Gloria Monty, who cast him as General Hospital's Luke in 1978, a decision that would change the landscape of daytime television. The casting proved historic when Geary was paired with Jeannie Francis, Laura Weber. Their electrifying chemistry and the wildly popular On the Run storyline in 1980 propelled General Hospital to the top of the ratings, transforming Luke and Laura into a cultural phenomenon. In 1981, the duo appeared on the cover of Newsweek, a rare honor for daytime performers. Luke and Laura's Wedding that November drew an estimated 30 million viewers and featured screen legend Elizabeth Taylor, an avid GH fan, in the role of Helena Cassadine. To commemorate the event, Jeannie Francis and Taylor graced the cover of People magazine. Following Jeannie Francis's departure in 1982, Geary continued to anchor the series. Hold on 1 second. I forget, how was she, whose daughter? She wasn't Rick Weber's daughter, right? Who was she? I don't know. Let me see here. To anchor the series, working alongside Demi Moore, who played Jackie Templeton, and Emma Samms, Holly Sutton. Francis returned in 83, and the pair later exited together briefly, returning in 84. In 91, Geary rejoined the show as Luke's lookalike cousin, Bill Eckert, a role he played until 1993, before once again resuming the role of Luke. The day before Geary was... Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Sorry, hold on, I'm gonna sneeze again. Sorry. The day before Geary was scheduled to go into the hospital, he did a scene with Anders Hove, Caesar Fashion GH, for an upcoming project marking his final acting work. In addition to General Hospital, Geary appeared in numerous films and television projects, including Intimate Agony, Do You Know the Muffin Man, The Disorderlies, You Can't Hurry Love, Crack House, Weird Al Yankovic's UHF, Scorchers, Night of the Warrior, and Carpool Guy. I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. Okay, sorry. Geary is survived by Gamma, who shares with TV Insider exclusively. It was a shock for me and our families and our friends. For more than 30 years, Tony has been my friend, my companion, my husband. For the last 16 years, their family also included Little Max, their beloved cat. Following his retirement from General Hospital in 2015, Geary lived exclusively in Amsterdam, a city he deeply loved and considered home. Geary's work reshaped daytime television, and his influence will be felt for generations. Though he will always be remembered as Luke Spencer, his legacy endures as that of a fearless performer and a singular talent who left an indelible mark on the medium. And then, so NCIS Los Angeles actress Rachel Carpani dies unexpectedly. Okay, so she was best known for playing Jodie Fountain in the Australian drama McLeod's Daughters, and also had roles in NCIS Los Angeles, The Glades, and the soap Home and Away. Wow, another soap actress too, right? She has died. She was 45 years old. Her family confirmed her passing in a statement requesting privacy and announcing that her funeral will be a private event. Carpani had a prolific career in both Australian and U.S. television and film, with notable roles in Against the Wall, Triangle, The Way Back, and The Glades. It is with great sadness that Tony and Gail Carpani announced that their beautiful daughter, beloved Australian actress Rachel Carpani, unexpectedly but peacefully passed away after a long battle with chronic illness in the early hours of Sunday, 7th of December, the statement read. Very sad. Okay, and now okay. Want to get to that plot. I don't know. There's a beloved TikTok star who's also deceased. I don't do a lot of TikTok or follow a lot of people on TikTok, but this beloved star, it said, has taken his own life at 31. Tucker, is it Genel? Ganal? I don't know how you pronounce his name, whether it's Ganal or it's probably Ganal. Hold on, I'm trying to get, okay, there. Tucker's brothers Carson and Connor confirmed the news on Monday with a collab post on their Instagram saying, "I don't even know where to begin. You were my best friend and an even better big brother. My entire life I've spent looking up to you and trying to follow in your footsteps because you were always my hero." So, wow. And the three brothers, they all look very much alike. I'll try to pull this over here. How very sad. Right there. You were always my hero. I know one thing is for certain, and that is I will continue to spend the rest of my life looking up to you until we meet again. You were the kindest person I've ever met and the greatest brother that anyone could have ever asked for. We love you and will miss you eternally, Tucker. During this incredibly difficult time, we respectfully ask for privacy as we mourn and begin to navigate life without him. We are deeply grateful for the kindness and understanding shown to our family. So I'm not sure what they did on TikTok or the brothers. Let's see. Social media has been flooded with crushed fans shocked by the news of Tucker's death. Tucker was known for his entertaining skits and challenges that he would do with friends and siblings on TikTok. According to the Los Angeles Medical Examiner's website, he passed away at his residence on December 11th. Very sad. Okay. And there's something here about Rob Reiner. Let's see what we got here. Right, it says, Romy Reiner's own words from nearly a decade ago have resurfaced in the most haunting way as her brother Nick Reiner has been arrested and charged with the deaths of their parents. Less than 24 hours after the deaths of filmmaker and his wife, news broke that their son Nick has been arrested in connection with the case. Now, an old interview Romy once gave about her brother showcases a very different chapter in their lives. Back in 2015, Romy and Nick sat side by side for an interview with the Los Angeles Times while promoting Being Charlie, the film inspired by Nick's battle with addiction. The family had been incredibly open about what they went through, and the two siblings appeared united as they talked about the long, messy, emotionally exhausting journey that led to Nick's recovery. Sitting next to him, Romy's love for her brother was evident. "This is my best friend, and I was there for all of it," she said. "It's weird, but good to see it on the screen." Fast forward to now, and those words carry even more weight. Reiner family issued a statement not long after news of the tragedy broke. "It is with profound sorrow that we announce the tragic parents of Michelle and Rob Reiner. We are heartbroken by the sudden loss, and we ask for privacy during this incredibly difficult time." And that was a statement, according to Variety. Let's see. Okay. Let me go back. Okay, I want to get to the... to that New Year's Eve plot that was, yeah, here we are. Let's see what this is about. Okay, let's put this here so we can talk about this. Federal law enforcement officials said Monday that 4 members of a far-left anti-government group have been arrested and face charges for allegedly planning a series of bomb attacks across Southern California on New Year's Eve. Attorney General Pam Bondi said that the Justice Department and the FBI prevented what would have been a massive and horrific terror plot in the Central District of California, which encompasses Los Angeles and Orange County. FBI Director Kash Patel said that the 4 people who faced charges were members of a group known as the Turtle Island Liberation Front. Bondi described the Turtle Island Liberation Front as a far-left, pro-Palestine, anti-government, anti-capitalist group. Let's see, the 4 individuals were arrested Friday in San Bernardino County, where they gathered to construct and detonate explosive devices in the Mojave Desert. He said the suspects allegedly crafted a detailed, coordinated plot to bomb 2 U.S. companies on New Year's Eve, with the devices simultaneously exploding at midnight. This case is another reminder about the dangers that radicalized Antifa-like groups pose to people, public safety, and the rule of law. The defendants are identified in court papers as Audrey Carroll, Zachary Page, Dante Gaffield, and Tina Lay. I'm probably saying her name wrong. Officials, played a video that they showed defendants gathering in the desert to test the bombs. The footage was taken by a surveillance plane, according to FBI agents, and FBI agents arrested the defendants soon after. An affidavit from the FBI said that the co-conspirators unloaded bomb-making materials from cars and started to assemble the materials in a table under a tent while they were in the Mojave Desert. The FBI intervened before the 4 defendants could finish assembling a functional bomb, according to the court filings. All 4 of the defendants are from the Los Angeles area, and they've all been charged with conspiracy and possession of an unregistered destructive device. Additional charges could be filed in the coming weeks. The suspects were described as radical anti-government members of the Turtle Island Liberation Front. Let's see here. So the bombs were to all blow up at the same time on midnight this New Year's Eve. So they've got that now. Okay. All right, let me go to, there was a JetBlue near miss. Let me see what happened. A JetBlue pilot describes a near collision with an Air Force plane off of Venezuela. Wow, we had to stop our climb. They don't have their transponders turned on. It's outrageous. The air traffic controller in Caraco told JetBlue's pilot that he did not have the military plane on his scope. Wow, how scary. Okay, let me go to something else over here. Okay, so a little more on Rob Reiner's son, Nick. I know we're popping around. So, let's see here. Rob Reiner, oh my gosh, don't do this to me. What the heck just happened? Hang on a minute, okay, let's try this again. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can do this again. Nick Reiner, the suspect in the murders of Rob and Michelle Reiner, his parents, was reportedly not home when the bodies of his parents were found. The 32-year-old son allegedly left his parents' home in their Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles and traveled a short distance away when he was ultimately located by police near the campus of the University of Southern California. Officials were able to quickly locate Nick near the campus. He was arrested on suspicion of murder at around 9:15 p.m. on Sunday. When, let's see, I don't think he gave any incident. Let me see. Nick was taken into police custody on December 14th, hours after Rob and Michelle were found dead. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, their bodies were discovered at 3:40 p.m. Police have subsequently said that Nick was then identified as the suspect. On Sunday, Nick was arrested on murder charges in connection with his parents' death, and he is set to appear in court tomorrow. So we'll see what happens then. And again, the night before, they attended a party at Conan O'Brian's house where Nick and Rob got into a big fight. Nick was freaking out and he was freaking everyone out. He was acting crazy, kept asking people if they were famous. Okay, let's see what else we have here. All right, how about this right here? Okay, that is Alexander Kleitman, and he was a man who survived unspeakable terror during the Holocaust. He was killed in Bondi Beach at the shooting, and I believe he died while trying. He did. He died while trying to save his wife, Larissa. He's the oldest victim of the December 14th mass shooting at Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia, and he was a Holocaust survivor. The carnage, now known to be Australia's worst mass shooting in 3 decades, has left 15 people dead and several others injured. The victims ranged in age from 10 years old to 87. The oldest of the victims has been identified as 87-year-old Alex Kleitman. Family says he was a Holocaust survivor. His wife, Larissa Kleitman, said that he died protecting her. We were standing and suddenly came the boom, boom, and everybody fell down, she said. At that moment, he was behind me, and at one moment he decided to go close to me. He pushed his body up because he wanted to stay near me. His body is still there, and I am sitting there, and I don't know what I have to do. Both Alex and Larissa survived the unspeakable terror of the Holocaust before eventually moving to Australia from the Ukraine. Their resilience, strength, and adaptability serve as a testament to the enduring nature of human spirit. Alex's memories are particularly harrowing, recalling the dreadful conditions in Siberia where he, along with his mother and younger brother, struggled for survival. The youngest victim, 10-year-old Matilda Poltavichenko, is being remembered by her teacher as a bright, joyful, and spirited child who brought light to everyone around her. GoFundMe has been set up to assist her family. It's not random. Gillian Siegel, Australia's special envoy on anti-Semitism, said following the attack, "It is an attack on the Jews of Australia. It is an attack on Australia as well." Okay, and okay, I think that got all that. Let's see. He looks like his dad. He looks like his dad in that last picture. Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi, Speed Drifter. How are you? Long time no see. Where have you been? Oh my goodness. You finally broke down and bought a Christmas tree on eBay. Hey, you watched Linda watched General Hospital and As the World Turns. You got a great deal on a 6-foot tree under $30. Hey, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Good to see you back. Well, I haven't seen you in ages. You know who else is back after ages? They just said they took a long YouTube break. It was Doors of Perception. Doors of Perception was in the comments. Wow, High Speed Drifter. It's been a long, long time. How long has it been? Months and months and months, I'd say. You even know about our lawsuit and the outcome or anything like that? Wow, that's pretty amazing. Good to see you back, though. Hold on, I'm just going to get a seltzer. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. I'm just going to get a seltzer. Thirsty. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. My goodness. Okay, let's see. What was the outcome of the lawsuits? There was only one lawsuit, thankfully, and we prevailed. It was judged in our favor and against the plaintiff. And right now we are trying to recover our legal fees. And that's at the process where we are now. After a bench trial, the judge decided the case in our favor and against the plaintiff. You check in on my videos sometimes? Well, only sometimes, high speed? Okay. Let me get, there was something I was going to look at. Yeah, hold on a minute. Okay. All right, let me get to, hold on a second. All right, here. I'm glad to hear about it. Was it a libel? No, it was a copyright lawsuit. I attend more than one church and take Bible studies. You got more serious about faith. Oh, that's good. That's good. Very good. Wow, several months. Okay, let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have, kids. Come on. Okay. Everything we know. Pulp Fiction actor Pete Green is found dead as well in his Lower East Side apartment. So we get another one. Let's see. The actor, 60 years old, was discovered unresponsive in his Lower East Side apartment. Actor Peter Green, perhaps best known for his work in films including Quentin Tarantino's smash hit Pulp Fiction and The Mask, was found dead in his apartment on Friday afternoon. Police found the actor at around 3:25 p.m. on Friday, December 12th, and he was later pronounced dead at the scene. Word from the authorities is that there were no signs of foul play. A medical examiner will provide an official cause of death at a later stage. Green's manager, Greg Edwards, confirmed his client's passing on Friday. He was just a terrific guy, said Edwards. Arguably one of the greatest character actors on the planet. He worked with everybody. Born in Montclair, New Jersey, some of Green's first leading roles included 1992 Laws of Gravity, 93's Clean Shaven, 94, the biggest role, the villain, Zed in Pulp Fiction. Okay, hold on a second. The film's success made Green's face recognizable the world over. He still receives plaudits from fans for his performance to this day. According to his agent, Green's death came as a complete surprise. The actor had been getting ready to start work on an independent film titled Mascots, where he was scheduled to star alongside Mickey Rourke. Okay, as per a neighbor who spoke with the New York Daily News, Green was found in distressing circumstances in his apartment on Clinton Street. Peter was lying on the floor, face down, with a facial injury, blood everywhere. The outlet also reported that police had discovered a handwritten note on his door. The message appeared cryptic, appearing to reference a group from his past. "I'm still a Westie," the note read, referring to the 1970s Irish-American gang that once operated out of Hell's Kitchen. I'm not... Okay, now what is this? Gone down. Okay, let me see. Cordova Barbecue Restaurant. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh boy. A 16-year-old in Pennsylvania stabbed his mother 20 to 30 times and hit her with a baseball bat Sunday inside their Franklin County apartment. She's alive because Cameron Leith is charged with attempted homicide. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get a image here. Oh boy. Is that, hold on, I want to put that up if that's not him. Let's see here. Waynesboro. Okay. Let's put this up so we know we're on something else, and we'll see if we have any kind of a picture. But in Waynesboro, one arrest has been made for a stabbing on December 14th at approximately 10. Let's see. How the heck did you get over here? Get over there. So we know we're on a different case, please. Okay. Approximately 10:47 a.m., police responded to a stabbing in the 131,000th block of Welty Road. The caller reported his neighbor had been stabbed multiple times and struck in the head with a baseball bat. The victim was able to identify the suspect who had stolen the victim's vehicle. The victim was transported to the trauma center for the treatment of serious injuries. Through coordinated investigative efforts and assistance from multiple agencies, Washington Township Police issued a be on the lookout, or BOLO, for the suspect and the stolen vehicle. The suspect's phone was also able to be pinged, which aided in locating both the suspect and the stolen vehicle. A short time later, the police, Pennsylvania State Police in Bedford, PA, located the suspect and the stolen vehicle, which ultimately ended in a foot pursuit, and with the suspect being taken into custody. A felony warrant was issued for the juvenile suspect, who was later transported to Franklin County for arraignment, and then he was committed to Franklin County Jail to await court proceedings. The person is 16-year-old Cameron Ernest Joseph Leith of Waynesboro. He was denied bail. No condition or combination of conditions would ensure that the defendant would comply. He's additionally been charged with felony theft of movable property. And it doesn't give us a condition on the mother, but hopefully she makes a full recovery. They've got a lot to deal with there. Wow. Let's see. His step-grandfather told police the teenager had a knife and a baseball bat laid out and was acting strangely on Saturday, the day before the attack. Wow. He was on the football team as a wide receiver, and he attended Smithburg High School in Smithburg, Maryland. 5 days before the stabbing on December 9th, his mother posted a frantic message on Facebook that he was missing and asked for help in finding him. She later updated saying, "Thankfully, we found him." His preliminary hearing is scheduled for December 23rd before the district judge, Annie Gomez Shockey. Okay. Craziness. Okay, here we have something else. Nope, get over there. Okay, so Kissimmee, Florida. A Florida man faces decades in prison after 4 people were killed in a crash involving his 15-year-old son. Richard Seymour Ferguson, 69 years old, was convicted on 4 counts of manslaughter in the deaths of Trinidad Hernandez and 3 young children. Police say Ferguson's 15-year-old son was behind the wheel of his father's car when the September 3rd, 2023 crash happened. Richard Ferguson, there in that picture, is being led away by deputies in court on October 29th of 2025. In an affidavit, police say the teenager was driving a white 2012 Chevrolet Impala between 76 and 87 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour zone before colliding with a gray 2022 Honda HR-V driven by Hernandez. Investigators say at the time of the crash, the Impala blew through a stop sign and into the intersection. Inside the Impala were 4 15-year-old boys. Inside the car with Hernandez was an 11-year-old girl pronounced dead at the scene, as well as a 9-year-old boy and a 1-year-old girl who died after they were taken to the hospital. There was one surviving passenger, Angel Hernandez, who was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. A witness at the scene of the crash told investigators that Ferguson's son told them he was in trouble with his parents because he was not where he was supposed to be, and asked her if he was going to jail for the rest of his life. The witness reported that once the driver's parents arrived at the scene, they told the teens in the Impala to keep their mouths shut and don't talk to the officers. Prosecutors say the teenagers had been at Ferguson's home with his parents when one of the boys wanted to leave to get a belt. Ferguson not only allowed his unlicensed son to drive his friend to go get the belt, but also allegedly moved a pickup truck from the driveway to allow his son to take the Impala. Ferguson faces 37 years to life in prison when he is sentenced on December 16th. But what about the 15-year-old? I'm lost. Remember when there was like 2 boys who were like 10 and something, and they took a car, and then I think they crashed it and one killed the brother, and he was only like 10. Do you remember that? I'm so sad because I said he's going to live with that his whole life or something. Yeah, it was really sad. I don't know. Okay, and then we've got this. Let's see here. Let's see, why is that not going to the picture? Hang on. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. I try to do this again. Okay, this is the picture that I want. Okay, this is the heroic bystander who wrestled a gun from the Bondi Beach attacker, and he's a son of refugees and a father of two. Bystander who wrestled the gun from one of the alleged attackers during the mass shooting on Bondi Beach has been identified as Hamed al-Ahmed, whose refugee parents had just arrived from Syria. Ahmed, a 43-year-old father to two girls, risked his life by tackling an alleged shooter and seizing the gun during Sunday's attack, prompting a wave of donation from members of the public to support him and his family. He was later shot by one of the two gunmen, a father and son duo whose beachside rampage targeting a Jewish gathering and beachgoers killed at least 15 people and wounded dozens of others. Dramatic footage of the confrontation, which has been viewed millions of times on social media, showed Ahmed crouching behind a car and then launching himself from the gunman who had just fired his weapon. Sirens wailed, gunshots rang out as the two men grappled for several seconds before Ahmed wrenched the gun from the attacker's hands. Ahmed then pointed the weapon at the attacker, who retreated. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese posted a picture on Twitter of shaking Ahmed's hands as the father of two lay in a hospital bed, heavily with his left arm heavily bandaged. Ahmed, you are an Australian hero, Albanese wrote. You put yourself at risk to save others, running towards danger on Bondi Beach and disarming a terrorist. In the worst of times, we see the best of Australians, and that's exactly what we saw on Sunday night. Thousands of people so far have donated more than 1.4 million Australian dollars, around 930,000 US dollars, to a GoFundMe page set up to support Ahmed through recovery and to honor this absolute hero. GoFundMe confirmed that it was working directly with the fundraiser organizers to ensure funds safely reach Ahmed and his family. On Monday, New South Wales Premier Chris Minns also posted a photo of Ahmed recovering from injuries in the hospital and said, Ahmed is a real-life hero. Last night, his incredible bravery no doubt saved countless lives when he disarmed a terrorist at enormous personal risk. It was an honor to spend time with him just now and to pass on the thanks of people across New South Wales. There is no doubt that more lives would have been lost if not for Ahmed's selfless courage. Thank you, Ahmed. Ahmed's parents said he was shot several times in the shoulder, with some of the bullets still lodged inside. According to a national broadcaster for the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, they had just moved from Syria to Sydney several months ago. Though their son had arrived in Australia in 2006, it's not clear whether the Ahmed family are Syrian or another nationality. They added that Ahmed has two daughters, ages 3 and 6, and that he would have done anything to protect anyone. When he did what he did, he wasn't thinking about the background of the people he was saving. The people were dying in the streets, said Ahmad's father. He doesn't discriminate between one nationality or another. Especially here in Australia, there's no difference between one citizen and another. Speaking outside St. George's Hospital, Ahmed's cousin, Mustafa, said he was doing okay, but had not yet had surgery. Absolutely, he's his hero. Absolutely, maybe he will lose his life to save other people. Apparently, he said, I'm going to die. Tell my family I saved lives. I guess he thought he was going to die, but I don't think he's going to die. I think he's going to be okay. Okay. Okay, trying to see if there's anything else. All right, Texas, no. All right, so I think we covered a lot tonight. I think we'll do the word puzzle. I'm going to come back and let me see, put that up and see what we've got in the chat. Okay, so let's see what High Speed Drifter says. High Speed Drifter says, I watched a lot of videos by people who lost significant amounts of weight. I took the first dose yesterday. Oh, you just got on a form of Ozempic? Are you diabetic, High Speed? Oh, gosh. Wegovy, I think, I don't know. Maybe Evie was on that one. I think so. But she's not anymore. The thing with that is, though, if it's just reducing your appetite and you're eating less, but you're not eating properly, then when you go off of that, it's how do you maintain? That's the problem. And I think Jimmy just said that people are on that, they have to stay on that for life, because I believe he just said that to me today, something about that. I could swear he did. And I just think that, I mean, if you have diabetes, you're but okay. Yeah. But I don't know if do you have any thyroid issues? Like, do you have any thyroid issues? When I got off of carbs, I lost weight, but I also always stay off. But I couldn't always stay off of all carbs. You shouldn't have to stay off of all carbs. Okay. See, the thing is, have you ever had thyroid nodules? Because I check out that medication and its effects on the thyroid. Because I thought I heard that it can increase thyroid nodules. Okay, let's see. You have heard that, yeah, okay. Let's see. Carolyn, along the same topic, women's health expert. Would you consider having a women's health expert on the panel in the new year? Yeah, I get many authors that want to come on. If you know, remember I was doing author series, an author series, and then it got so much, especially with the lawsuit and all this stuff. But now that the lawsuit is over, I have been responding to the offers I'm getting, so we probably will be having things like that. Yeah, but you have to be really, really careful with all that stuff, high-speed drifter. You really do, because that's coming out and it's not tested. And it's not, there's no long-term, like, you know what I mean? It's all very new. And you remember what happened, like, with fen-phen and things like that? It's scary because a lot of people jump on the bandwagon and think, oh, yay, you know, and then they find out there's repercussions like fen-phen, right? How the heart damage and everything. And you got to be careful. You really do. I mean, pen, pun. Oh, Hugh, I think you. You. Hey, MSL. Hey, MSL. has been around for decades? I don't believe so. I don't think so. High speed. Ozempic? I don't